Keeping the ball rolling, we are continuing on with our From Zero series with Kanji from Zero. Is it worth your time, your effort, and your money? I'll give my opinion on all of that, and frankly, a lot more than you ever really asked for right now. Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name, of course, is Chad. Thank you so much for that extra week off. If anyone doesn't know, I caught the demonetization virus. I can't say anything else because they'll strike the video and make me have to go sell my body in the streets rather than reviewing textbooks. But I'm better now. I am a little tired still, but it is time to get back to work. We are working our way through all of the From Zero series, hopefully. This week we're going through Kanji from Zero, and normally I give all my disclaimers on the hands-only table. But there is an extra one this week. In case anyone out there doesn't know, I'll leave a link to a video in the description, probably also in the comments. George, who runs From Zero, it's him and his YouTube channel and his branding, had some problems with people selling fakes on Amazon. And I just want to make sure that if you guys do enjoy this book, if this looks like something that you would want to partake in, that you would actually want to buy, please, please, please make sure you have legit links. Make sure that they are fulfilled from the people that they're supposed to be. So I will leave a link down below to his video explaining all this and where you need to know which ones are real and which ones aren't. But without further ado, let's take a look at Kanji from Zero. Oh, what is this doing here? Whoop. Hey, welcome everybody, we are back, finally, oh my gosh. This week, we are reviewing your complete guide to learning your first 240 kanji. Now, I will say, out of every kanji method that I have either studied myself or reviewed on this channel, this is, by far, the thickest I've ever seen, and frankly, the most expensive I've seen, to only learn about 240 kanji. Now, it does obviously have other things, as lots of readings, stroke orders, and kanji compound words. The words, if anything, are probably going to be where the bulk of the value in the book is, as far as I'm concerned. Maybe a little bit in the workbook that's also a part of this. But I'm excited to check out what exactly this is about. I have not heard of anyone actually using this method. Out of all the people that I know, that I'm friends with, that I've talked to. But it doesn't make it a bad method. Lots of really good things I've reviewed on my channel are relatively either unknown or just not the mainstream option. So I love looking at the non-mainstream option. This guy, if you can't tell from down here, is a part of the Japanese From Zero series. They also apparently have Korean From Zero, and I think they're doing Chinese From Zero too, or German From Zero. I don't know. They're doing a lot of From Zero stuff. And right now, this exact book on their official Amazon is $26. So averaging that out to each kanji, you are spending about $1 every 10 kanji you learn. Now that's pretty high for the industry standard, but is it worth it? As always, I'm only going to show you what is absolutely necessary for me to be able to do an adequate review. I'm not going over every single page of the book, especially since this book in particular is pretty repetitive after a certain point. But if you see from the little bits that I'm going to show you that, hey, this book might be for me, maybe this will help me, this is something I'm looking for, go to the official Amazon page or to the From Zero store online if they have that still. Go buy the book legit. Go support George. Let's keep people that are putting out cool things for our community in business to keep doing that. First things first, let's talk about how the book's actually comprised. If you could see, there are 39 different kanji lessons and 8 super reviews. So what do those look like inside of the book? We already know what you're going to learn. There's about 250 of these, but you can see here, this is actually the page that talks about the format of everything that's going on. So you have the basic stroke order, you have the number within their system. This might actually be the official Kyoiku system, I don't know, but either way, that's the number for the kanji that's in their system. You also have your stroke count, the official kanji readings, some extra boxes so that we can practice your kanji writing, and the thing that gives you the most value, as far as I'm concerned, is down here. Every single one of these that I've found so far have 4 different words that show you the various different ways you use the onyomi and kunyomi, which frankly is how I actually learned kanji. I didn't just sit there and write it over and over again and put like this singular kanji into a flashcard and then tried to remember each one of these. What I essentially did was I learned the stroke order, I connected this, kind of like with remembering the kanji, right? This guy has speak, word, language. I like how he actually offers several options for what this kanji can mean. They all roughly are in the sphere, the semantic field, as professional linguists say, of the idea. But then they show you actually how that comes into play. Why is there different readings? How are they used differently in each one of them? That one I really enjoy, and I'm happy that they put it in here just like this. This is frankly, if I could upgrade anything in remembering the kanji, it would be something like this. So let's look at this at a regular middle chapter, exactly how they would present it to you. So you can see that you are going to be learning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 kanjis per chapter. Each one of these set up in the exact same way. You're learning the stroke order, you have some room to write it, and instead of you just memorizing all of the yomis, instead of the homies memorizing the yomis, God, I need a nap, you basically now see in context why and how they all change, which is freaking awesome. Thank you, George. Much appreciated. They also give you kanji uses. They give you, usually in each chapter, not just the kanji uses, but there's lots of different cultural bits about kanji in each chapter. And the cool thing about this book is it self-contains its own workbook. So there's lots of freaking practice and writing throughout the whole book. Now, I did not do that much. Like, this to me seems kind of meh, because they want you to write like separate words that go with it, which is fine if you're trying to memorize those other kanjis. But you can literally just write, you know, this kanji, write that over and over again. I don't know why you'd want to write the kana. It just seems like extra stuff. But again, that's such a small complaint compared to how much value you get out of all of these individual kanji practice pieces. And again, to be fair, there's probably a fair amount of this that I wouldn't even use, like up here. So we're trying to memorize the kanji. We're not using this to study grammar or sentences. Why the heck do you care about where the kanji fits in the sentence? They just want you to write the kanji in. It's not even like you're writing the whole word in. So for me, there's certain ones of these that I just kind of think are meh. But a lot of this is fine. You know, the matching's fine. Having boxes to write it out is fine. Showing you how they're used in different instances. Actually, my favorite vocabulary book does this. They talk about, well, this kanji here means hi, and how is that used in different variations with different words. But I like that they put that in there. So I think actually a lot of the value of this book seems to be, at least to me, that you get the chance to learn lots of words along with the kanji, which is always my biggest criticism of the Remembering the Kanji series. I like how they give you one meaning. I wish that they would give you several, because semantic fields do not, you can't see my hands very well, semantic fields, language fields of words and their origins don't always line up perfectly with other languages. So having a couple that you can scatter around to show you roughly where the meaning of that kanji is really good. And then to also use that to show the different uses and words that it can be used in. Now, this is not extensive, obviously, but I just think that this is really cool. I think that this is a really good system for doing that. Now, after every 5 chapters, they have a super review. And a super review is basically just more work over everything that you did over those past 5 chapters. So it's just extra work. You're not learning anything new. You're just filling in with all sorts of unique games and puzzles and stuff that they don't have during the regular series, just to help you keep going. And then you could see after chapter 15, the super review, now you're on to 16, which I think is good. You know, it self-contains enough work that you should be able to finish this book and roughly understand 240 kanji. But whereas that is probably the strength of this book, is the amount of work that you can do, and you also get writing and reading and that type of practice, that is also its downfall. I don't see it anywhere on here, but this book is $26. And I'm not making a value judgment on whether this is worth $26 or not. My point is just comparing it to the rest of the field. Like, what is the standard for kanji books, just in Japanese in general, with all of the different books that I've read and studied? 26 oftentimes is over 1,000 kanji or more, or maybe all of them is about $25 to $35. Even at the lowest rank of what most textbooks on the market teach you for $25, this is 1/5 the content. So value-wise, you guys are gonna have to take that into consideration, but I will give you one point that I would say, consider this. Maybe this isn't meant to be the end-all be-all for learning your kanji, like this method, this system, these books. What if you're someone who's tried remembering the kanji, or who's tried a kanji dictionary, or some community Anki deck, and you're still really struggling? What if you come out of this book learning these 240, and that gives you a basis to then move on to, like a Remembering the Kanji or a... So I couldn't find my RTK. I actually lent that out to a buddy of mine that's starting to study Japanese as well. But I did find this. I actually did a review on this not that long ago. This is a real, like, nobody would argue that this is a sufficient language, or I should say specific kanji dictionary. You have the kanji itself. You have, these are single meanings, but I would recommend having multiple meanings. They give you the various readings that you have, and they also give you, this is probably a bad one because it's on a separate page, but you can see up on this page, they give you several readings of that singular kanji that show you how it's used in context, inside of words, on its own, if it is on its own. They teach you the stroke order, so really, This might act, if I had to speculate, almost as a primer for someone who's struggling to then be able to transition into the more serious studying methods. Now, the real question to ask is $26 worth it to give someone who's struggling or brand new to kanji, has no real concept of how it works, or maybe they tried some of the other methods and they really just need to focus in on that first foundational kanji to try and get a grasp on it? Is that worth it to you? Is that worth $26 to you so you can transition to a normal kanji learner's dictionary or an RTK? And that's going to be up to each and every one of you. Some of you are going to say that that is 100% worth it. Some of you are going to say don't waste your money, just keep going, you will eventually get it. I was someone who struggled, immediately, like right when I first started with kanji, and I was one of the people that just kind of bit my lip and said keep going, and hey, for me it worked out. I really did. After I got through enough kanji and was just used to studying them and also studying the language, learning the words that it was used in, I was okay. But I also would not be the worst for buying this for 26 bucks or even finding a used one on Amazon. That's up to you guys. I am not out here to get you to buy this. I don't care whether you buy it or not. I am not sponsored by George. George probably doesn't know I exist. I am just trying to make sure you guys get my honest opinions about Japanese resources. And for me, I would not buy this now. Obviously, I don't need it. At the start, obviously, with my experience, I did not necessarily need it. I did learn all these kanjis and all their readings my own way. But I would not be worse for the wear if I did in fact pay for this book. But I'll let you guys decide that for yourself. Let's head on back, wrap this up, and let's hear what you guys think. Shall we? And that's about it, guys. That is my thoughts as clearly as I can present them, which is about as hazy as an Earl Grey tea, I'm sure, on kanji from zero. Is it worth it? Is it something that I'd recommend? I think it has its place. I definitely think the price is higher than what I would label on a book like this, but mind you, lots of hours went into this book. They could charge whatever they want for it. Now, since this isn't an economics channel and this is a language channel, I would like to ask you, language learners, have you used this book? Furthermore, have you used the From Zero series at all, to any extent, at any length? Did you like it? Did you not? Leave it in the comments down below. I like to think of my comment section as a forum. People can voice what they think about the books, their experience using them, and hopefully anyone that comes to my channel will see thousands of comments and reviews of these books and can make a better educated decision. If you guys like this video, it would really help me a tremendous amount if you would hit that like button. It actually tells YouTube that you're engaging, that there's something here that they would want to show to somebody else. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, or compliments, leave them in the comment box down below. If you like this video, maybe check out my other videos. I have over 400, I think I'm getting close to 500 actually, channel videos all about learning Japanese, traveling to Japan for cheap. Everything that I could possibly know and have learned throughout my entire journey of Japan, I'm trying to lay out here so that way you guys can learn from me. Both the goods and the bads. Likewise, before I go, here it is. It sold out almost instantly. I did not realize that so many people from all over the world were going to pick it up all at once. I expected some. I didn't realize how many. So that's why you guys might be seeing that as temporarily, I can speak English, out of stock. We're working hard with Amazon and our supplier to make sure that these get back out so you guys can buy them. But if you guys want to leave a link in this description, you can check out all of my books. Not just the out of stock one, but the other ones that I've done with different translation teams, different cultures, different languages. It helps support my channel. It makes me feel good, and it'll make it so I also do not have to sell my body on the street. For those who are unsubscribed, thank you so much for watching. And if you are subscribed, stay after the outro for the subscriber-only outro. I got some special talking to do to you over there. Love hard, love deep, and I will see you all next week. Bye-bye. Woo! Alright, subscriber-only outro. Welcome back, everybody. If you're already staying out past here, you probably actually give a crud about me and about the channel. So I just want to say thank you for subbing, first off. Second off, thank you so much for selling out the book. We hit #2 in our category in all of Amazon. We hit #2. And then on all books in every category, we were in the top 17,000 of the millions of books on the Amazon store. So it felt really good. I guess I underestimated how much you guys would support me, so I need to fix that. I'll do that today after I'm done editing this video. But for the outro, I just wanted to tell you guys a bit about my experience with the demonetization virus. Didn't think I needed to do it during the beginning of the video, but I just wanted to let you guys know what was going on and why there was like a 3-week gap. Basically, the Tuesday before, so I usually put up videos on a Wednesday, that Tuesday before that first one, I started to feel kind of icky. I had aches in my back. It felt like my muscles were really tense, almost like I went to the gym. And I just felt tired. And so I was like, I kind of felt a cold coming on. I felt sick during the pandemic and just didn't think about it and just thought it was like a flu. So I was like, I'll just go to bed now because tomorrow I need to feel better because I got my video. I wake up the next day and it's night on Wednesday. I missed the video completely, was so like crippling in pain that like all of my body felt like it was squeezing itself in fists. I couldn't move. I had a crazy fever. It was 103.1. Like, I probably should have gone to the hospital. But again, I was like, it's just a cold, I'm fine. Woke up the next day. Again, I haven't eaten pretty much in 2 full days at this point, and I was like, I should probably go get tested. And so I got tested, and then that Saturday I found out, hey, you got it. Way to go, champ. And I don't know where I got it from. The CDC calls you, the state calls you, and they try and work out where you got it from, and I was honest, and they probably thought I was dishonest. They were probably like, you really weren't going out to restaurants or like going to hang out with your friends? And I'm like, no, I am a hermit. I go to school online. I work online. This is my job. I go to the gym, but I hadn't been to the gym in the amount of time that they needed me to be like where I picked it up from there. So they were just like, they thought I was lying. And the truth is, I don't know where I got it from. But starting from that onset on Wednesday, it was 9 days of hell. I forgot like certain days passed, which means I messed up on my schooling because I'm in graduate school. I am still trying to catch up on school. I am 11 days behind. So this was, it wasn't nightmarish, but it was very hard for me. And I just really appreciate you guys giving me that extra week to kind of catch back up on life and try and not be exhausted so I can talk on camera for longer than 6 minutes. The weird thing is right now, everything smells like sewage. It's like burnt rubber and sewage, and it's just really gross smelling. And I don't know how to get rid of that. And the weird thing is, I don't think I really lost that much of my smell or taste. This is just like my smell changed. And now when I walk outside, instead of smelling the beautiful spring, it smells like sewage. That being said, I need to reserve my energy because I'm going to spend 7 hours editing this video. So thank you if you stayed past, if you're a subscriber. I really appreciate you guys. Love hard, love deep, and I will see you specifically next week. Bye-bye.